Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm stoked you're here. I want to do a real quick shout out. Thank you to the channel members. Thank you. And thank you to all of you subscribers and people coming to watch. If you're enjoying my knife and EDC content, thank you for taking the time to watch it. If you're ever so inclined, if you have time, hit that subscribe button, the bell notification icon. It would really help me out. So what I've got here to show you today is a very inexpensive Kizer, one of two in a very similar configuration. This is the longer of the two. This is the Kizer Scuttler. It is a minimalistic, what I kind of refer to is an EDC fixed blade, kind of in the street scalpel genre, i.e. opening boxes, cutting through materials, breaking down cardboard. Heaven forbid having to do anything out in the woods if you are needing it as a scalpel, because it is a very thin blade, thin package, very minimalistic knife, but I really enjoy it. I've got a couple of other knives that I carry quite a bit. The Baltic blades, little Angus here. This is the Gen 2, but this is a skeletonized. He does a little paracord, which you could do other things to that handle, but a very minimalistic, nice street scalpel. And then you've got knives like one of my favorites, the Tyler Denny Apprentice, right? Again, there's no comparison between the prices of these knives because this one is extremely economical because it's made by Kizer. It is a, let me get my magnifying glass because I did this last time and I could not read it without it. Guys, I do have a link for CountyCom. If y'all don't know what CountyCom is, it's where I buy stuff like this. Both my laser lights that are over on the shelf there. I bought this little titanium and sapphire magnifying glass. And this thing is the bomb if you've got older eyes. So you guys won't probably see it on the camera, but I can tell it says Torg Knives. T-O-R-B-E. Torbé Knives. So this is a combination or a collaboration between a company called Torbé, T-O-R, can y'all see that? I'm trying to see if I can get it on camera for you so you can see what I'm seeing. T-O-R-B-E Knives and Kizer. So it is a collaboration. And I saw that on the box. I don't have the box out here with me. But what I noticed with it, it came with this clip, which was a fine clip for what it is. It's a small boot knife, secondary carry. This was just your basic clip. And in my back pocket, it worked great. But I started carrying it more this week because I knew I was going to be doing the review. And I wanted to try it in my right pocket. I wanted to try it in my back pocket. Because I've been amazed at the retention that this sheath has. At first, it was kind of tricky for me to get it out, but then I learned, because of the way that this penguin beak looking thing works, that if I use my thumb to kind of push down, it's still pulling a little kydex out, it comes out very easily. Now, this particular one, the Scuttler, which is the larger of the two, still a very small knife, but I can get a full forefinger and then some grip. You've got this skeletonized handle, which you could do a lot of different things with leather or a lanyard. At very least, you could put a little tail, a little snake tail on this if you wanted to get more fingers on the knife. I basically find that I've got a large, medium-sized, large hand. I think it's about 3.5 inches across here. But I can get a comfortable 4 on the knife. You've got the jimping here kind of at the top of the head of the penguin, if you want to call it that. But you've also got this pressure down, this pinch grip. You've got this indentation here on the side, which make a pinch grip delightful with this knife. It is ND2, which is part of the reason that its price point is so low. But it is a therapeutic / slicer. So if I want to use it as a slicer, that little blade chugs along like you would want it to, and literally you don't even hear it, it just lays the paper apart. I want to use it as a detail cutter, cut out labels. It's up to the challenge for that, right? Because it's got a very acute tip, very thin blade geometry, if I can keep from cutting it, which I can't. Very pokey, very slicey, and more importantly, just therapeutically, I look at this as just a great package opener, a great light duty utility knife where I might need to just break it out and cut something, because guys, it weighs nothing. The one, I'm kind of interested in getting it because they're in the 30s. It's shorter, but it's a little chunkier. And, you know, for me, 5 inches is kind of it's way too small for most of you guys, and y'all all make fun of me and my little fixed blades. And it doesn't hurt my feelings because I love you all anyway. But this guy comes in right at about 5 3/4. I think the other one's closer to that 5 inches. But just to give you some comparisons, there's your Benchmade bug out. There is your Civivi Baby Banter. So pay attention to the handle. Even though you don't have a lot of thickening here, you could put scales on this if you were ever so inclined. But you'll notice that you've got about the same grip area, even though you've got a fatter handle there. Look at it next to our Sharpie. It's going to be a 1/2 inch longer than the Sharpie. So if we're just going to measure our cutting edge, I'm going to call it 2 inches, even though it's a little higher than 2 inches. I'm going to cut that handle measurement to 3.5 inches. And that would be what I would consider an inside grip from right here to right here. And then again with a lanyard, or even I would think many different wraps you could do well with this knife. But it's thin, it is light, it has a very well done, simple but functional. As you can see, I can mount any type of clip system in this sheath. I was concerned because these are kind of smaller proprietary screws on this clip. These are my standard screws, and they go through the holes that they left perfectly well, which means I can run this with horizontal straps, really any available strap from any outfitter store or Amazon or any camping store. Most of your tension systems will work on this little knife. And like I said, it's under $40, guys. So is it a must-have knife? Absolutely not. I think there are very few must-have knives. But is it a knife that I'm happy to have? Absolutely. I think it's a great little, if you're a fixed blade guy, and I think of Dopey, the way he carried the Civivi that I bought and then gave away, that he carried in his Chuck Taylor. Such a light package that really you could carry it in your shirt pocket like a ballpoint pen. You could carry it 0.7 ounces. The Ulti clip is heavier than the Kizer clip. 1.95 ounces, guys, with a 2-inch blade. Come on, that is so light. A great little knife. Not a hard use knife, but for me, I like all little fixed blades, and a little fixed blade by Kizer that I wish I knew more about our collaborator here so I could look them up on Instagram. T-O-R-B-E, Torbé. Torbé knives. I need to look that up. Hold on a second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little flashlight and I'm going to write T-O-R-B-E. Knives. I'll do some research on that. We'll find out what the story is. But for the money, Kizer did send me this to check out. I asked to review this knife in specific because it was like $35, $34. I can't remember. It might have been on sale. It may be on sale now. I will link my Kizer affiliate link in the description for this knife and the smaller one because they look very similar. They're just different sizes. And I'll also look on Amazon because lately I've been seeing the Amazon links are $4 or $5 less. They're also affiliate links, and you can usually get them a day or two sooner. But I will list the links that I can find it out there. I give it my seal of approval. I think for what it is, an under $40 fixed blade, full tang, D2, little slicey field scalpel or EDC urban scalpel, I think it's a winner. I like it. Big fan. I like what Kizer's doing. I've kind of gotten back in the Kizer game. They've been kind enough to let me check out some of the knives, and I think it's having a pretty big impact on me. I'm rediscovering some knives that brought me into the collection years ago, and am able to marvel. We were talking tonight on Pocket Metals Live, marvel at the drop bear compared to some of the knives that I had and loved that are equally wonderful from Kizer 3 years ago, and just how far they continue to push the ball with value versus features, function, materials to what you get. I stand with this little knife. I think it's a great value. If you're looking for a small skeletonized knife, give this one a peek. Guys, I appreciate you checking out my content anytime you do. Again, if you're so inclined, please hit the subscribe button. If nothing else, just to give me a pity like. Most importantly, I ask that you look out for the guy or gal to your left. Keep an eye out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. And please, choose debate, not hate. I love you all.